the vine and the branches. During the Last Supper, Jesus just had given his apostles a new commandment: love one another as I have loved you. Jesus looked intently around the circle and continued, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. I am the vine, and you are the branches. The Father expects me to bear much fruit. The vine is pruned only to increase the fertility of its branches. Every branch that comes from me and does not bear fruit will be taken away by the Father. And every branch that bears fruit will be purified by the Father, so that it may bear even more fruit. The truth I have taught you has already purified you. Watch, pray, and examine yourselves, so that you remain pure. You must remain in me, and I in you. The branch will wither if it is separated from the vine. And just as the branch cannot bear fruit when it is cut off from the vine, so you cannot produce the fruits of loving service if you do not remain in me. Remember, I am the true vine, and you are the living branches. Whoever lives in me, and I in him, will bear many fruits of the Spirit and experience the highest joy that producing this spiritual harvest brings. If you maintain this living spiritual connection with me, you will bear abundant fruit. If you remain in me and apply my words in your life, then you will be able to freely commune with me. Then my living Spirit can penetrate you, and supported by my Spirit, you can ask for anything, assured that the Father will grant our request. This is how the Father is glorified, that the vine has many living branches, and that every branch bears much fruit. And when the world sees these fruit-bearing branches, people who love each other just as I have loved them, then they will know that you are truly sons of God, because you do not act according to the laws of nature, but from his infinite source of love. Just as the Father has loved me, so I have loved you. Live in my love, just as I live in the love of my Father. If you do what I have taught you, then you will remain in my love, just as I have kept the word of the Father and do his will, and therefore remain forever in his love. Many followers of Jesus have later become confused by the misinterpretation of this promise. Then it will be given to you. What Jesus taught on this occasion would not have caused much difficulty if his words had been accurately remembered and then faithfully recorded. But by the rendering that was made in the Gospel of John, chapter 15, believers eventually came to see prayer in Jesus' name as a kind of supreme magic, and they thought they would receive anything they asked from the Father. For centuries, the faith of sincere souls has been shattered on this stumbling block. How long will it take for believers to understand that prayer is not a process to get one's own will done, but rather a way to seek God's will, an experience of learning to recognize and fulfill the Father's will? When your will is truly aligned with his, then you can indeed ask for anything that the united will conceives, and it will be granted to you. And such a unity of will is established through Jesus, just as the branch finds its life in the vine. From this spiritual connection between God and man, when a person thoughtlessly and ignorantly prays for selfish comfort or vain achievements, there can only be one divine answer. You are meant to bear more and richer fruits of the Spirit on the stems of the living branches. When the branch of the vine is alive, there can be only one product from its sap flow, a richer production of grapes. The purpose of a branch is to bear fruit. It can do nothing else. So the true believer lives only for the purpose of bearing spiritual fruit. These fruits will only grow if people sincerely love one another, with the same love with which he himself has been loved by the Heavenly Father. Therefore, love one another, in imitation of how Jesus loved his fellow human beings. And when the Father tends the vine, he does so out of love, so that the branches are encouraged to bear fruit. Just like a wise gardener who cuts away all the dead branches that do not bear fruit, Jesus had the greatest difficulty in making even his own apostles see that prayer can largely involve a dedicated search to find and do his will.